Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth and to swallow it down. Oh my god!
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and a girl.
Oh, a ball with the ball, the bang, theory. What's up, y'all? It is your resident internet douchebag, JD Short. You can hit me up on all social media, JD Short. Above me is my good buddy, Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
What's up, dude? Holler Nation. We're so excited to be here this evening. I'm really excited about our guest this evening. She's a local comedian, and I was just telling her in the pregame, I've been like a fangirl of her Twitter for a while now, and I've been trying to get her here. And so this is my first time actually meeting her along with you guys. She's hilarious. I can't wait to get funny with her tonight. But before we do that, I want you guys to follow me on my socials. Follow me on Snapchat so you can snap the show. You're going to see why here if this is your first time watching. And on Snapchat, I'm The Brian Show. That's The Brian with an I show. It's all one word. On Twitter, I am at Holler at Brian. Holler at Brian, just like it sounds. And speaking of hollering, let's holler at Gracie. What's up, Gracie?
Hey.
Hey.
Just living my best snow day life. Didn't have to go to work today. Just laid in bed and watched.
Did it really even snow though? Did it?
No, it didn't. But thanks, new president Brad, for closing Marshall.
Absolutely.
Hey, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here on the internet with you. We're going to have a good time. With us, joining us is Alex Runyon. She's over here. Everybody say hi hi, Alex. How you doing?
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good. We're awesome. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to do some poll questions with our audience. We're going to play some games with them. We're going to talk about your comedy career and anything else that's kind of floating around in Alex's world. And we're also going to drink. That's at least what I'm doing. It looks like Brian's doing it too. It looks like all right. We're all hanging out on the internet. So that's a perfect segue then to a quick toast, and then we'll move right along. So everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We're proudly powered by Camo Complete Energy, by the way. Brian's going to tell you all about that. But first, let's do a toast. Oh, and I'm toasting, by the way, with the Rocks tequila.
Oh shit, dude! Save some for me.
Save
some for me, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna make a tiny little margarita out of it.
I'm drinking a margarita too.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
What the fuck is going on tonight?
Wait, what are you drinking, Brady?
The Rocks tequila, Terramana tequila.
It's tequila. It's
Rain
tequila.
Rock
February. And Gracie leaves the tree.
She ran away. She's scared of the rock again.
Sorry, not the same tequila. I thought we had the same tequila because the bottles look similar.
Yeah. You know? Okay. Yeah. Tiny margarita made. All right. Are we ready, y'all?
We're ready, man. Let's do it.
Quick toast here. Here we go. Pain makes you stronger. Tears make you braver. Heartbreak makes you wiser. And tequila makes you not remember any of that shit.
Cheers.
Link up at officialholler.com.
That's right,
guys, I want to use this time to let you know that we're proudly powered by Camo Complete Energy. These little energy shots. CamoEnergyShots.com. Go visit that website. You can buy these in multiple flavors. All I need to say is they have no sugar, no carbs. They are a local product. So forget the 5-hour energy. Buy Camo Complete Energy, Dragon Fruit, Berry Blast, Lemon Frost, Blood Orange. That is that. We are moving on.
We are moving on. Yes, and we're going to talk about what's on everybody's minds right now. Curling's back, baby.
That's just what I was going to say.
Just kidding.
It wasn't.
I was literally watching that before we started the show.
Fucking crazy, dude.
We're actually going to talk about, hi, Alex, what's up?
Hi, not much is up. Thank you for having me.
Not much is up. You just said in our pregame that you got a new job, which is wonderful.
Did.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thanks.
But the main thing that we have you on the show here to talk about is comedy. Is your comedy career is stand-up?
Yes.
You know, which so I'm just going to get into a couple little questions I got for you about all that.
Cool.
How long have you kind of been doing it? Like, what kind of got you into it? Where does your material sort of come from? Can you give us a little rundown of Alex Runyon comedy?
Yes. So I started 6 years ago when I went to Black Sheep and they were doing an open mic. And there were a lot of people who were really bad. And I was like, I could probably do better than that. And then I largely didn't do better than that until pretty recently. So things are looking up.
Things are looking up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Black Sheep, we're by the way, we do our podcast in beautiful, wild, and wonderful Huntington, West Virginia, but it's viewed all over the world. So Black Sheep is sort of this small burrito and beer place here in our town. We started doing like a open, like stand up. Was it specifically stand up open mic, or was it open mic?
Yeah, there was a stand up open mic. They started doing that there after the Funny Bone closed down, which was a comedy place in town. But that closed down, and they moved to Black Sheep, and we've been there for 10 years. So it's very, very.
Do you realize if I were watching this podcast or listening to this show, and someone said, "Hey, you guys might not be from here, but we've got this place called Black Sheep. It's burritos, beer, and open mic comedy." I would be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I'm moving to this town. Where is this?"
Yeah.
Town people. We've got Mel. She's all the way on the West Coast, by the way, Alex. So this Holler listener is from Oregon, and so she's one of the ones going, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" Mel, it exists. Burritos, brews, and fucking comedy.
Local comedy.
Yeah. So so like you were watching, you were like, I could probably do pretty good on this, and you went up there, and I guess what they call it in the industry is you bombed a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's like, apparently I've always heard that just comes with it and everything. Yeah. How do you get over the like bomb hump? What do you do to kind of make yourself feel like, I don't know, more comfortable with like the material you're creating and that kind of thing?
Well, when I do really bad now, I just like feel like shit for like 7 days until the next time I do comedy. And then I'm just like, well, at the end of the day, this is an open mic, and all I'm trying to do is get my material better for when I can have a show. And I just like treat it like, like it's an open mic, which is what it is. But here in town, we have so few opportunities to do comedy that every comedy open mic feels like a really big deal. So I just try to have a beer, remember that it's not that big of a deal, and talk about my trauma, because that's what the people want.
That's what they want, she says. Do you happen to remember your very first, like you said you went up there and bombed, do you happen to remember just anything about that, or did you erase it from your memory? Like,
oh no, I remember it like in very specific detail. The first time I did it, it wasn't that bad, but like the second time and on were bad. But the first time I told this like disgusting story about throwing up on someone during sex. And I don't know, I was like, well, this seems appropriate to talk about in front of all these strangers. And they liked that. So I think when you stay true to your bad sex experiences, people stay happy.
See, you found the right podcast.
It was the bad sex thing, and there was also the vomiting on a person, which is very like Jackass Forever sort of. And everybody knows, we all know about that. Everybody likes that.
Yeah.
Mel's popping in. She's saying that it sounds like that's my type of scene, I guess, or my type of vibe. Yeah, there you go.
Black Sheep. It wouldn't it be funny if she was like, I love throwing up on people during sex.
That's exactly why I queued that. Alex, I'm so glad that you're as quick on your feet as you are. That's exactly why I queued that up, because it was like she definitely typed that about Black Sheep, but as soon as she said throwing up on sex, like that's my kind of vibe. I'm throwing it up on the screen.
Well, so Huntington Comedy has like started building up sort of a scene recently. I've been noticing like over the past 6 months or so that you've expanded a little. You're still at Black Sheep, but you also perform at a place called Taps in town, right?
Yeah, that's a small little craft beer place in town. It's super cool. It's Star Wars themed, and they let us do shows there. We also get to perform in Charleston sometimes, and then occasionally a show, here or there in Huntington. But yeah, we've got shows once a week. 3 of them are open mics, and then we try to have one like book showcase a month. And we've been bringing in some pretty good guests. We had Kate Willett in a couple months ago, and she had a comedy, like a 15-minute comedy episode thing on Netflix. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's coming together. It's a bigger scene than people would expect.
Well, yeah, and you were saying you have these sort of showcases, but you've been also kind of doing some interestingly styled shows. Recently, I saw you were like incorporating some visual aids and like presentations and stuff.
Yeah.
We did
a PowerPoint show.
Yeah. So you had a comedy show about PowerPoints.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that, please, because that's hilarious to me.
Yeah, we did a show just called like the Huntington. I don't remember what we called it. Something about capstone projects. But we booked a bunch of comedians, local comedians, and
your senior year.
Yeah, exactly.
Project.
Yeah, you had to like take it really seriously and put together a PowerPoint, but like the idea is that it'd be funny. So like mine was called Crushed, the people I like and the people and why they didn't like me back or whatever. And I just like talked about all the people that I thought were hot and then why they didn't like me back. And people like, again, trauma, you know?
This is a fantastic segue for two things for me, by the way, Alex. So first of all, when you say we had this thing where we put this together and it was a PowerPoint thing, that's what we had to do. Like, who comes up with that idea, first of all? And secondly, I just want to say, and maybe you participate in this on Twitter and maybe you don't. If not, allow me to link you whenever we're done with this. But like, there's these little like comedy contests that they have on Twitter, which is like, there's all these different sides of Twitter, right? But my favorite side of Twitter is comedy Twitter. I just like being real. I like making no sense on there. Just like when you didn't know me, you're just like, there's this Abby of this guy with horns and his glasses. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Is he for real or no? But like, no, they do these little contests where they prompt you each week and they'll say, give us a tweet about. So it has to include this word and this word. Give us your best tweet. Funniest one wins. We'll do the voting in 12 hours. And that's what kind of reminded me when you said that. I'm like, you guys should prompt each other more often. That sounds fucking hilarious. It like kind of forces you guys to create content, don't you think, that you wouldn't normally create?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We try to do stuff like we have writing workshops sometimes. And so we'll have prompts. And then it's like, you have 5 minutes to like write about this thing, and then we try to use those as jokes later. And then we, meaning Huntington Comedy, we're like kind of a little organization. Nate Sesko and I head that up, and Nathan Thomas helps us out with those tap shows. And it's just the three of us organizing shows. That's what it feels. We try to make it more professional so people take us seriously, but we're just hanging out, making jokes, and yeah.
Okay, so let's head right into it. If you had a free pass for real and like it wouldn't matter, like what celebrity right now would you totally bang?
Oh, Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Nice.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, nice. That's good. That's a really good segue to my totally off the top question here. Any comments on Joe Rogan?
Oh, if I had the time in the day, dude. We'll get to this later in the podcast. I heard we're talking about things that we wouldn't.
Hell
like
yeah.
in a partner.
That's fired is what it's called. Yes.
Man, Joe Rogan, son of a gun.
Actually, shit, like, right? here's a fair question though. You don't have to aim this at Joe Rogan. This would have been a question if Joe Rogan didn't exist. I'm dead serious about this. This is a question for the Chappelles of the world and anyone. Fuck, all famous comedians have went through, I believe, a form of this at some point. It feels like at least the ones that are edgy, that really push the parameter as far as they can kind of deal. What is your opinion? You don't have to get too serious if you don't want to, but I'm honest to know. I would like to know, because you're a comedian. What is your opinion on cancel culture versus comedians? Like, it's such a fine line, right? Where the fuck does the line stop? Because I want you to have free speech is where I'm going with this. Like, I want you to be able to say really fucked up shit, like the time that you puked on someone in the middle of sex. I want you to say that without worrying about who we're offending, right? So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I mean, that's a big question, but primarily I subscribe to the idea that cancel culture is fake and it's like perpetuated by right-wing media just to like make liberals seem crazy, which is, you can't really say that cancel culture exists when our last president was a rapist and like admitted it, right? Like no one's,
and they're currently banning and burning books right now in the United States.
But it's the liberals canceling the fucking podcasters. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't believe in that, but I do think that, we have that freedom of speech or whatever. And it's like, okay, fine. But if that also means I'm free to not like what you say, and that's the part that people forget, like freedom of speech doesn't mean you don't have consequences. And for comics too, like, oh boy. At our shows,
Serge wanted to come in and he had his own.
That was actually that was Gracie
from you for saying no. We can't have consequences.
He was like, no way. No, but I mean, I tell the comics this locally, like the only rule we have is no hate speech. Don't talk bad about a community that you're not a part of. And I feel like if that shouldn't have to be said, right? Like, because at the end of the day, comedians are supposed to be making people laugh. That's your job, whether you're getting paid for it or not. And if you're just like being a jerk, that's not really that funny. Like, it's been done before. all the time. So that's my not very fun answer.
Yeah, we've already had a fucking Andrew Dice Clay. We don't
Yeah,
need
like we've done
10,
that.
15 more of them.
Yeah.
Alex,
I don't know.
moving on from this, where, since I don't know you at all, by the way, I'm learning about you right now. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Huntington. I've been here forever.
Really? So where did you go to high school?
I went to Cabell Midland.
Ah.
My family moved to Barbersville for a brief period. I'm back in Huntington. I'm safe from the Barbersville crowd, but yeah, we lived there for a while.
You and I have opposite lives. I lived in Huntington my entire life, went to Huntington High, graduated with JD down there, by the way. But now I live in Barbersville. So like,
Oh, nice. Okay, well, see, I'm not safe. Barbersville will get you.
right, it'll get you. It'll come at you from every angle.
Back in. So you told us about Huntington Comedy's shows at Black Sheep in Taps. Can you do us one more refresher on when you guys do those regular shows? And also, do you have any special showcases or shows, or even a podcast or any events you're doing coming up that you want to plug a little bit?
Yeah. So we do have we have an open mic every week or 3 weeks out of the month. The next one will be next Wednesday at Black Sheep in Huntington, and then on the opposite Thursdays we have an open mic at Taps. We don't have a showcase booked right now because things are getting canceled left and right for COVID or weather or whatever. So we're kind of sticking it out. But my friend Nate and I are live streaming on his YouTube, which is called Kickback Originals, which is not part of Huntington Comedy, but we're part of Huntington Comedy. So if you like that, you like that. And it's really fun. That's on Monday nights usually. Other than that, you gotta catch me when I'm out, you know?
Yeah, you gotta get out there to be out there. How about your Twitter and also Kickback's Twitter and anything else, like any of those you wanna put out there? Let us know what they are. Brian will put them on the screen so people can.
Yeah, you can find me anywhere at Alex Runyon. I would really love it if you'd follow me on TikTok because I'm trying to get viral. If I go viral one time on TikTok, I can die. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to make it big. But then you can also find Kickback Originals there on TikTok and on YouTube. Again, that's my friend Nate's project, but I try to just like get on his coattails at every possible moment. So riding that until it's over.
Wonderful. And final question here. What do you think about curling? Like, really?
Oh, man. I mean, I don't have the strength. I curl my hair. Is that something? Why is that not an Olympic sport? Have you ever tried to curl your hair? Your arms get tired.
Alex, you said on TikTok you're at Alex Runyon, correct?
Yes.
What's it like to just have a name where you just get to have your name on every single thing, like you and JD both?
I don't. So I just take the E out, but when you search Alex Runyon, it'll come out regardless. But it's just, so it's just ALX Runyon. But if anyone types in Alex Runyon, they can find me. So I kind of cheat the system.
Well, if I'm going to crawl it across the screen, I want to type it right. So
ALX Runyon. That's it.
Gotcha. I'm gonna update that, and I'll just crawl it across the screen. There you go.
Sweet. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for being on the show. We're gonna continue to bullshit.
Let's get weird
and do all that stuff. Let's get weird. Yeah. We got the like interview part of the show out of the way. Let's just get weird now. Let's get weird.
Already been really weird.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
By the way, Holler Nation, you guys, this is the quietest you've ever been. There's only like a couple comments up, so if you guys are out there, say hey to us. We'll like totally talk to you. We won't bite. We promise.
Send your
There's
dick
10 people watching.
at officialholler.com.
Did you get that, Gracie, or did you talk in the middle of that? You want to hit that again?
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
Go, guys.
It's officialholler.com, by the way, and also camoenergyshots.com because they sponsor us. We're proudly powered by Camo. I think it's time to do some poll questions.
Let's do it.
And I guess I've been going first on everything with the intro and the toast and all that stuff, so I'll go ahead and knock mine out. I just thought we would just go around the table first, and I only got a few answers on this one, but I think we all are going to have pretty good ones here. So your current favorite actor or actress, either way, it's all good. You could even flip it and get weird and go your least favorite. I don't care. Let's just talk actors and actresses right now. What do you guys think, Brian? I think you should. You're the movie buff on the show. You're the guy who's like all about the flicks.
I really am all about the flicks. I like, God, I love this question. I wrestled with it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the talented Joaquin Phoenix as my favorite current actor. I just think because he is so incredibly versatile. So many roles this guy has played, from every character imagine. I mean, he's Johnny Cash in one film, he's Joker in another film, he's a hopeless romantic in Her, he's a fucking creepy villain in Gladiator. He's got so many amazing roles. I think he's my favorite.
There's a movie he did recently that's really fucking good. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's called He Won't Get Too Far on Foot. I think
No, not seen that.
I think it's what's called. He Won't Get Far. I think it's He Won't Get Far on Foot.
Interesting.
You should check it out. It's awesome. It's also got Jack Black and Jonah Hill in it, but they play these bit roles. It's really mostly Joaquin.
Noted.
But it's definitely, I think, up your alley because you like the fucking sort of dramatic and cerebral.
Yeah, man.
Shit on that. All right. Well, okay. Since just to kind of extend it a little bit, worst actor or worst actors for you? Who sucks?
Good God. Let me think about that for a second. Go around to the
we'll come back around. Gracie, how about you?
My favorite actress currently is Stephanie Beatrice because she just freaking killed it in Encanto. She just killed it. Like, I loved her as Rosa Parks in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I loved her. She was just this hard ass, amazing detective. And then I have not seen In the Heights yet, so I didn't know her singing voice was the way it is. Because then she busted out that voice in Encanto, and I was just like, shit, I did not know that could come out of that woman. And right now, she's just my love right now. I love her.
It's crazy how she is like in the Heights, and then compared to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, she's really good with her face. Like she can turn into that Diaz character with like a sunken, like pissed off,
like
super quick.
She's just I love her. I loved her in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I love her in Encanto, and I'm sure I'll love her whenever I get to watch In the Heights.
Word, that's awesome. That's fantastic. I guess I'll go next, and then we'll end you up with Alex. I want to give Alex enough time to think about it. Just, you want to think about it a little bit. Right now, my favorite actor is Sharlto Copley. You guys ever heard of this guy? He was in District 9. He was like the villain in Elysium.
Which guy was he in District 9?
In District 9, he was the lead.
Oh my God, I love that guy. I just didn't know his name.
I feel like he's the next fucking Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't know what it is, but there's something about him.
That's a great answer.
He's fucking awesome in everything he's been. And the thing about it is, like, every movie he's been in, I've liked, and it's like specifically his performance too. I've liked. So, kick-ass dude. I'm also really pumped about this. The next movie he's going to be in, it's called Ted K. It's about Ted Kaczynski, which of course I would be interested in because I'm a fucking maniac. But yeah, it's about the Unabomber, and he plays. It's going to be great. And I also really love Florence Pugh. She's amazing in everything she's been in. Yeah, seriously, like one of the best actresses coming up. Like, watch that shit. She's going to win an Oscar one day. Brian Tyree Henry as well. All about that dude. He's in Atlanta. He played Fastos in Eternals. Really good shit. And also, I'm really into John Cena right now. He's kicking ass. Lance has come in and said, Lady Gaga, 2 main roles and nominations from both. American Horror Stories as the Countess. She's so cool. Hell yeah, Lance. Good fucking answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. Yeah, you know, I'd heard that she was going to be like an actress before she decided to try to do pop stuff. And I don't know, like, you know, it just seemed like that was she should go. Oh, by the way, my worst actor is Jamie Dornan. Fuck that guy.
Who's that?
The dude from fucking 50 Shades.
Okay.
Oh, is he a bad actor or is he just like hot? Like,
I think that he just looks good, but he doesn't know how to act at all. Which, I mean, I guess it works for something like 50 Shades. I guess it works.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to be a great actor to like be in that.
Do softcore porn? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, I'm going to piggyback off that. This is not going to be a popular answer, so I'm sorry to like bring them in. I feel bad for actually even saying this because I like her as a person. I would want to hang out with her as a person.
Okay.
I think her acting style, she's literally the same across the board. Anything I've ever seen her in, she plays the ditzy blonde Anna Faris. She plays the same exact role
Oh.
over and over and over, and I really like her as a person. I just her acting is kind of cringy for me.
You know, it's fucked up, but that's kind of true. She's been typecast, but this is weird. It's going to sound weird, but you might want to watch the sitcom Mom. She's a lot better in that show.
I have watched Mom. My mom loves that show, so we watch it together. Actually,
Mom loves Mom, huh?
Mom loves Mom.
That's wonderful. All right, so Alex, it's your turn. I think hopefully we've given you back. Oh, Lance, by the way, says I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise. Don't hate me. Don't worry, dude. I don't think a lot of people are going to give you shit.
That's a fairly popular opinion. I feel like, yeah.
Right, like that's a safe answer, probably.
Yeah. Super
So,
embarrassing. My favorite is Anna Faris. That was no, but wouldn't that be crazy? No, Florence Pugh is one of my favorites. I think she's like incredible. But Zendaya, man, like I've been obsessed with Euphoria, and she is just like such an amazing actor, like so impressive.
You're beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Me as Zendaya.
Absolutely.
Holler at a Zendaya. Holler
Yeah.
So, okay, who do you think is like when you like a shitty actor or shitty actors?
Okay, I don't like Mark Wahlberg, but mostly because he is indistinguishable to me from like every other white guy that was in the movie The Departed, and I can't tell any of them apart.
I wonder if they did that on purpose. Because
I think they did. I go a little bit too deep in this, but I feel like they just wanted them all to look the same because they're all really bad guys at the end.
Yeah,
sure,
all
for
horrible
sure
people at the end. And to be honest, there's some people out there that like kind of suffer from a form of face blindness, and they thought Matt Damon and Leo DiCaprio were the same guy.
Right.
Yeah, I think that all three of those men look the same, and I think I do have facial blindness when it comes to guys, like especially
White
because.
dudes.
Yeah, they all look the same. Like, I don't know. Like, you look like you or you look like Brian. Like, I don't know. Like, there's not that much.
You ever seen a guy look like this, Alex? You ever seen that?
Hand me the horn hat and put it on, and then the glasses. Then we'll flip, and you tell me if
I have to do this to stand out from other white men. Without
exactly.
doing it, I'm just
that's why I have the beard too, because then I would just look exactly like Brian if I didn't have it.
Well, that would be embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
You don't want to look the same.
Fair.
I don't think Brian can grow facial hair. So
all right. So that's my whole question around the deal here, and we just had some quick answers on Holler. Holler Nation out there jumped in. Ethan came in and said always Johnny Depp, which is interesting choice there.
That's bold.
I mean, he is a pretty good actor. He's done some pretty fucking wild ass shit.
Yeah.
Mel jumped in. Thanks again, Mel. She said Bill Pullman, sick. Christian Bale, okay. Steve Carell, and then she said Nat Wolff. Now, I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff, but when I looked him up, he was in The Fault in Our Stars and a couple other flicks. And then I recognized him. I was like, oh, shit, okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that dude. He's coming up. I can see that shit. Ashley says Benedict Cumberbatch. Good. And then Tiffany says Jason Bateman and Kelly Riley. Have y'all watched Yellowstone at all or seen the show Yellowstone?
And Ozark is where they're going with the Bateman for sure.
Yeah, Ozark for sure. Was great. Kelly Riley too. Another cool call out because she's not been in a lot of stuff, but she's definitely recognizable. Check her out in Yellowstone. She played Watson's wife in the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. and all that good stuff. Anyway, there you go.
Here's a weird question, like regarding your question, JD, about like social psychology. Do you think? Because I feel like people get like this, and I'm not calling people out, but do you think when you ask a question like that people feel the need to try to dig and they need to find their actor or actress that like maybe no one else is going to say, like they try to dig a little bit further than what their real answer might be? That's how I feel about the Joaquin Phoenix thing, is because like I'm the guy who sat here and watched 10,000 movies and I come up with an answer like Joaquin Phoenix, and it's like, well, that's so commercial. But I could, if I were going to debate it, I'm going to make that as my debate as the best actor.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people do, especially for some. I think it has to do with the subject matter. If it's that broad and that huge, and there's actors from, because nobody said anything about Brad Pitt. Nobody said Robert Redford. Nobody fucking said Paul Newman. Nobody said Lucille Ball. these are still actors. You can still watch their shit now. But yeah, I feel like now it's
true. Hey, if we want to go like a little bit indie, let me throw a couple names out. Britt Marling. She's a fantastic. She's so intelligent and smart. You guys got to look up Britt Marling. Seriously, she's in a couple movies, Another Earth and I Origins.
She's in OA though too, right?
I think so.
So yeah,
I think she wrote that. Yeah.
She does a lot of writing. She's really into like sci-fi. I believe that's what her degree is in. She's a very, very smart, talented actress. And then of course Michael Pitt is also in I Origins. I just love both of those actors a lot. But anyway, is that everything from your end?
I think that's everything on my poll. I think it's time for jumping on Brian's poll. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
You're beautiful.
sorry, this one.
Stand on chili dog. Outside taste free.
Okay, so my holler poll this evening, I want to know about the pettiest reason that you would not date somebody. So I'm expecting some funny stuff. Hey, by the way, Holler Nation out there says, yes, Britt Marling is my favorite. There you go. That's
nice, Taylor.
Some Britt Marling love out there. Mel says Nat Wolff was awesome. And Lance says Yellowstone is awesome. And by the way, I have actually not watched Yellowstone, believe it or not. So I'm behind on that one. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Holler Nation, Holler poll. What's the pettiest reason not to date someone? I figured everybody would have hilarious answers. Mine's going to be a little bit lame. I'll just lead this off. The answer of mine is a throwback from high school as to why I did not date a certain girl in high school. And it is because in 9th grade, I asked this girl to homecoming and she rejected me. And I was cool with it, I guess you could say, in a sense. I mean, I didn't fucking like go cry. I just got another date. So I had a blast and it was all good. I actually got a better date and it was like I had a better time and it was more fun. It's better that it went that way. But the fact that this girl rejected me, I like held that like over her head, like not in any other way other than just internally with me. So later on in life, this girl asked me on multiple dates and I promptly rejected her every single time just because she had rejected me earlier in 9th grade. I was thinking in my head, like, you're never going to get a date with me. You rejected me.
You literally held a grudge.
It's so petty. That's the definition of petty.
Did she give you a reason why she rejected you even for the asking you? Did she already have a date? Like you can't.
It wasn't that deep. The truth is, dude, it was 9th grade. We were so fucking young. I'm like 15 years old at that time. And you know what it was?
You carried it over to your fully adult life.
I hadn't transformed yet into my beautiful butterfly. so no, I'll tell you what she did, dude. She took a stud of a date to homecoming and like I understood it. Like I got it. I get it, man. But like, you know what? In the end, man, just saying. No date.
The moral of the story. Wait. The moral of the story is you can't handle rejection so bad that you held on to it until you were an adult.
Yes, that's correct.
So you could reject this same girl multiple times.
That's exactly the moral of the story.
Got it.
And her and I actually talked about it too.
I will text you my therapist's phone number, Brian. I think you might need to land.
Gracie, I'm only going to give you.
That's a lot. That's a lot to hold into your heart, Brian. I think I am always here for you, Brian. You know, I will just shoot you straight every time. I'm always
Gracie, I'm on the edge of my seat for your answer, which is going to be, I don't know, didn't really think about it, don't know. Okay, next, JD, you're up. So Gracie, go. What's the pettiest reason? Let's hear it.
They don't like animals.
That's a good answer, actually.
Yeah, and they don't like kids. I mean, I'm a teacher. I love children. So
it's a fair answer.
Understandable. That's not too petty.
Yeah, that was a good answer. I don't know why you were hating on Gracie.
Well,
that's what the show's all about. Sorry.
They always hate on
me. Really good at throwing it right back at us.
it.
So that's why we.
They're mean. They're just mean to me, and I hurt
animals
my feelings,
and kids.
But it makes
that's
me
more
stronger.
understandable. That's not too petty, though. We were looking for something like he doesn't like the color fuchsia,
right? Yeah, like yeah.
No, it's good.
He wears cargo shorts. That's fucked up.
Well, mine aren't really probably that petty. Well, maybe so. Music taste. If you have shitty taste in music, no, thank you. Like, and I like to kind of figure that kind of thing out in the beginning. If you don't have good taste in music, I can't handle it. Or if you you can't fucking bounce to that shit, then get off my time.
If your playlist doesn't go from that to Gracie up there. She has no idea. She just here.
So that's I don't know if that's too petty. Another one.
Still like dwelling on your rejection story, Brian. I just cannot. I'm still dwelling on that.
Listen, Gracie, you need to know that you have a crush named Jeff, right? That drums in a band. It's your crush. Guess what? That button right there.
I love Jeff.
That is his favorite band that you just shit on.
I can't hear you over that noise.
I'll make sure I DM him on Twitter.
My other silly answer to this: if you have shitty friends, if your friends are shitty, then
yeah, I like that answer actually. You know,
that's
like,
a good one.
dude,
that's not too petty. That's more like a real steal.
It is
No,
kind
that's
of
a good reason. Yeah.
This is no, you want petty. This is what we want, Holler Nation. Thank you so much for showing out right here. I'm going to read this one from Lance. This is fucking hilarious. You guys want petty? Here we go. A lazy eye. Is that wrong? I feel like they'd always be seeing someone on the side. I couldn't help myself.
Oh man.
Man. Lance.
But he says no for real. Honestly, if they don't like horror movies, it's a must.
Okay, understandable. I get you on that. All right, Alex, your turn. What's the pettiest reason you would not date somebody?
I will never date a libertarian, and I will never date a guy who owns fish as pets.
Whoa. Okay, those are two very different sort of things. I'm sure.
Trying to digest.
Like
I'm sure there's a Venn diagram that comes together.
Oh,
at some point,
the Venn diagram's a circle. Are you kidding me? Every time. Every time.
That's
What?
what's wrong with the fish thing, though?
It's just like
I need to know about the fish.
I feel.
Oh, I get it. I got it.
It's like very confining,
ahead,
right? Like you're gonna take a wild, beautiful thing and just stick it in your living room with no decorations and all IKEA furniture. Like,
also, it shows that they don't have a lot of responsibility. Literally, you have to feed your fish like 3 or 4 times a week. You can go on vacation, just drop a little feeder in there. No responsibility. I get it.
Guys,
no, makes perfect sense.
Are we looking too deep into
Yeah,
the fish
you get
thing?
it.
I just never saw this coming.
It's just something about it's something you have to make up your boundaries.
Let me give you a couple scenarios. What if
Yeah,
the
fish
guy?
are not
What if the guy is very well rounded? What if the guy's very well rounded, Alex? He's got a career and a 401k, but he's also hilarious and he has a great taste in food and music and movies. And then you get to his house and he's got like a betta fish, like a Japanese Siamese fighting fish.
Yeah, I would be concerned.
So but like that compared to like a fish tank of like goldfish and these little guys swimming around.
No, that's way worse because like, what's more toxic masculinity than owning a beta fish? Like those guys can't even hang out with other fish. Like that's a fucking red flag. Are you kidding me?
Could you imagine being that guy? Like your date, she just is so mad. Like right when she walks in, you're like, "Where has it went wrong?" And she's like, "It's the fish, man. Sorry, it's me or the fish."
No, like that's very fair.
But that particular fish, if you get it close to another fish, it's gonna fucking kill it because it has.
Now, what if you did say that on your date and the guy promptly throws the fish out, just like fucking chucks it? Are you cool with it? Does the date continue or no? Is it over?
Dude, it's a lot to like expect that I'd be on a date with a guy anyway. So it's like, like we're in like territory here on the bisexual scale. So it's like that's probably not gonna happen. If he threw out his fish, I would say that was bold. Like I'm not gonna sleep with you. So
that was
Dad said no, but she did it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
let's go around to Holler Nation and see what they have to
Yes.
say. I'm going to read some of the funny ones from Facebook first. We'll open up Snapchat last, and then we'll play some Family Feud. We'll get the fuck out of here. Okay, so over at Holler Nation, what's the pettiest
Oh,
reason?
that shots fired coming up too.
Yeah, shots fired as well. Mo Lutz says, I'll never date someone with a J name. Again, way too many bad experiences. Here's where it gets weird, people. This was the most popular answer of the evening, literally verbatim, somebody with a J name. It got multiple likes, and then other people then come in and say, I would never date someone with a J name. I concur. I wouldn't date a J name. We are all victims of J males. Yes, same. J males. What the fuck is going on? JD, you're fucking out, dude. You're canceled.
Half of my name is that letter. One half of my name is that letter. The other one is just a smaller euphemism for dick. So I'm obviously
likely to let someone down right there. Heard it here first.
Boom.
LaCandace out here says, if something ever happens to Ethan, who she's dating, who she's about to marry, by the way. I just won't ever date again because I don't have the time. I don't want to put in the effort. It's not really petty, but I'll just make myself a cat or dog person instead. Ashley Taylor had fun with this question because she had a few answers. She said she's experienced in this field. She says, I went on a date with a guy once that had solid white tennis shoes that had a 2-inch sole on the shoes. The shoes were clearly to make him look taller. They were hideous, and I just couldn't get past the shoes he wore on that date. How much material do you guys want? Because I've got a book of this stuff.
Okay. But now we're about to veer into the height thing.
I was expecting it to be like a number one type.
I thought that was going to be a big.
I got a new one. If they're not 6 foot.
right. I just assumed that's where we were going with this question, but they went even pettier, JD, with just the J names.
I'm cool with that. Good job, Holler Nation.
Ashley also says, I offered to buy a guy a drink once, and he said sangria. I mean, it's okay for a guy to like sangria, but I was drinking bourbon, and I felt his response was a sign that we just wouldn't work out.
God damn.
Tiffany A out here says, I'm going to have to agree. It's guys with a J name. What? Sarah Webb says, bad teeth. Ashley says dirty shoes. It's the first thing I look at. If your shoes are dirty and you just didn't get off work, I think you're a dirty person. My 18-year-old daughter has just chimed in and she says she will not date guys unless they have curly hair. How's that for petty?
Oh. Okay. That's one of the pettiest probably.
That's pretty petty. Yeah.
As far as like real deal petty.
Yeah. Vera says their laugh. Gracie. Ooh, you know what? That kind of clicks in my brain now because this is kind of petty. But I actually have had the problem in the past where like I've went on a date or two and the person I've went on a date with has just had like the most awful voice, like a really terrible voice, like a fucking like raspy, like old, like I'm an old school mom from the fucking
What the hell? You're going out with 60-year-old smokers, Brian. What the fuck, dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Jennifer says, for me, it's guys with long hair. My experience with that is they are more high maintenance than I am. I'm ready to go in 15 minutes. They're still standing in front of the mirror with their long hair. Adam Hall says, I went on a date with a girl who hated Pearl Jam. That's a solid no for me. Chrissy Lewis says they allow their day/mood to be ruined by the outcome of a sports competition over which they have zero control. That's a fantastic.
That's a good one.
And you know, like I would like to back on that. My girlfriend will be the first one to vouch for me and say this. Everyone knows I love sports, okay? And I follow all the sports. I go to sporting events as much as possible. It's part of my life. However, I'm also the first guy that when you're watching the sporting event, like if something bad happens to my team because the other team did something good, I'll be like, damn, that was an awesome play. That was great. I do it every time, dude. People text me, they check on me, like when the Chiefs lose, they're like, is Brian okay? Dude, I'm fine. Like it's all good, man. It's all good. Whatever. I can't control the
You can say it was me, Brian. You can just say it was me.
I was going to say different, though, if his team loses in kickball that day.
You could be right. Now, that one I do have control over. That would be the opposite of what she answered. I'm on the field during that one. If I'm on the field playing.
You can be mad about that.
If I'm on the field fucking playing, I'm out for blood. I'm an old school mom, JD. I'm an old school What?
Hashtag old school marm.
Okay, let's get out of old school marms. Let's get into shots fired, and it goes like this.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Shots fired. Shots fired. My money long, my wits grown.
All right, guys, it's Shots Fired. It's the segment of the show where we fire a shot about something while drinking a shot of something. I'm going to keep mine real short and sweet. I'll just go ahead and go first. People that park in handicapped spots that don't need them, whether they are whether they're cheating the system by using like their parents, you know, they've got like an elderly parent and they're using that the thing on their fucking mirror. Maybe they're because they're driving their car, right? Or someone that just blatantly fucking parks in a handicapped spot and then bounces. Just fuck them all around for lots of reasons. A, you're potentially taking a spot away from someone that like desperately needs it. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. And then B, could you be any more lazy? You piece of shit. Just walk 50 more feet. You lazy.
Yeah, I never get that. Walking. What's you're going to have to do it anyway. What you're parking at the grocery store and you have to walk in the entrance. What's the fucking
No clue, dude. Shots fired.
That needs a trigger warning.
Oh, sorry. Alex, there'll be 3 more of those. Trigger warning.
Sorry, my bad. Literal
Yeah.
trigger warning, because it's literally guns that are shooting. Gracie,
Yeah, I thought about that.
Yes.
Jay, you go, because I just had it in my head and it fell out my ear.
Boom shakalaka!
Oh, okay. I go and then you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no
You
problem.
go.
I have my shots fired this week is against the When We Were Young festival. Obviously, that took over the internet the past it was like the last 6 weeks or something and whatever, and it's kind of fallen off now. But
It's Britney, bitch.
people are not realizing it was just one day with like 40 bands, and they were all pretty like big deal bands back in the scene days and shit. So then they booked a second day and they booked a third day, but they're literally the same lineups with the same times and each day. They're not. It's not a festival situation where you took the 40 bands and spread them across the 3 days. No, it's the 40 bands are playing the same sets every day for 3 days. It's very fucking like shitty and like seems very much like trying to cash in on like, fucking nostalgia, and it's very capitalistic and it pisses me off. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
Alex, trigger. Man, this is good tequila.
Alex, you're the
Alex, do you want to go?
first guest out of hundreds that's ever said that, by the way. That makes you unique. Congratulations.
Of course. Thank
Do you
you.
want to go or do you want me to go?
I'll go, but can you explain to me what this means?
Oh, yeah. So shots fired.
It's just something you bitch about. You're just something that's
it's
made you
your-
mad this week, and you
your
just
chance
bitch
to
about it
just-
and you take a shot.
Okay, in that case, you go and then I'll go. I need to think of something.
Okay, that's fine.
Just scroll Facebook
So-
for like 2 seconds. You'll find it. Trust me.
Yeah. This
Well,
is like a little. It's almost like a little 2-part. What?
I was just gonna say,
Oh.
remember,
Anyway.
I think I might have triggered it earlier when I said something about your thoughts on Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah. I have something.
It's
So
too
let's
easy,
leave you-
JD.
Let's still leave you in the anchor position. Let's go ahead
Okay.
and let Gracie knock it
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Get your bearings. and
So
let's
this is kind of
give that dude a new
It's a
one.
little bit. It's a 2-parter, but it goes together. So my shots fired today is grocery store. People who use the grocery store self checkouts with a buggy full of groceries. Those self checkouts are for people who can either scan fast and are like have the ability to like move quickly with very few things in their cart. Very few things. You are literally taking 30 minutes to scan, and the time that you could have stood in line, had a human do this for you, and a human bag your groceries, and got out of the store. And here I am waiting for your ass with the 3 things in my buggy. It makes me so mad. And the second part is I'm shooting my farts at my stinking husband this week because we had to go to the grocery store on Wednesday. And he was out of milk and we were out of bread. And I had to buy milk and bread on Wednesday, and he made me look like a freaking crazy person because we were out of it at the house and shooting my farts at Nathan. Ugh.
Shots
Damn it,
fired.
Nathan.
Shots fired. Nathan.
But how is he going to get his milk sandwiches, though? Hey, you know what? Self-checkout, more like self-checkout of life. Like,
Honestly.
Wow.
Good
Hell
vibe.
yeah.
hashtag self-checkout of life. I'm keeping a list of these too. All right, Alex, it's your turn to. It's really just bitch about something. You don't have to drink while you're doing it, but you totally can. And
I'm ready. I'm drinking.
We can bring it down the floor.
My biggest so I'm thinking about this at all makes me want to die. Progressive men who love Joe Rogan. What the fuck are you doing? Because number one, he doesn't believe in transgender people. He doesn't believe in COVID. And he's just like annoying. Like progressive guys who are like, oh, I love Bernie Sanders. He's a real stand-up fellow. And then they're like, but I'll suck Joe Rogan's dick. And it's like, your standards are just dropping by the minute, my guy. Like, what are you doing? Like, you just like him because you have a crush on him. That's all. And they're like, no, I just want to hear it from both sides. And it's like, no, that's not true. If you wanted to hear it from both sides, you'd ever listen to a woman. Like, come on.
True.
That's my shot. I'm firing.
Fucking true that.
I got you. Hold on one second. Shots fired. All right, guys, we're gonna
Joe Rogan sucks dick.
We're gonna move on.
I'm just
We're
gonna
gonna
say
open up.
it. Joe Rogan
We're gonna
sucks
open up some
ass.
more answers from Holler Nation about petty dates, and then we're gonna play some Family Feud. So if you guys if this is your first time watching, seriously stick around. Stick around for 10 more minutes, and you're gonna win some Camo Complete Energy if you win the Family Feud. It's really fun. Here we go.
Listen to all of our past episodes at officialholler.com.
Hey, before we just jump right into that, go to camoenergyshots.com to buy some of this stuff if you want to. But we're going to give you a chance to win it a little bit later. Also, definitely follow Alex Runyon on TikTok.
Please.
Get the job done. Give her the views. Throw it up there. Do it. It's ALXRUNYON. Done. Do it.
Yeah, it's been crawling across the screen the entire night. Okay, guys, let's hear from Holler Nation on Snapchat this round. The pettiest reason that you would not date someone. Let's start with Shy Anna.
This could be considered a petty reason, but someone litters, throws trash down, I instantly hate them. So, yeah, I won't date someone if they litter.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
She had a little ducky on her nose.
I liked that.
Seriously, that's a good answer too.
That was
This
a sick
next
ass
one-
answer, though.
This next one comes from Lexi out of Pittsburgh.
All right, hear me out.
This isn't even petty. This is just women's health 101. You don't date a person with dirty fingernails.
True.
Do you want a UTI? Do you want a yeast infection? Do you want bacterial vaginosis? I didn't fucking think so. Either have them clean their nails or they're fucking out. Goodbye.
Yo.
That's amazing.
Honestly, solid answer.
Real deal.
Valid.
The girls are all clapping. Okay, Jimmy Black has snapped the show. He says, yeah, this is Jimmy Black out of Louisville, by the way. He says, if they use Android, no green bubbles for me.
I would say, I don't do a green bubble guy either, typically.
Freaking peasants.
Green bubbles be gone.
Out of there.
This next snap comes from Pluto out of Chicago.
So,
she says height and age.
I'm picky, for sure. That's definitely one thing. You definitely cannot be shorter than me. Gotta taller for sure. I want to look up and break my neck. Joe, what are you doing? Gotta be older for sure. You definitely cannot be younger than me. That's definitely one thing for me. I like my men aged like bourbon.
Okay, thank you, Pluto from Chicago.
Thank you very much. She was a fried egg.
Thank you, fried egg.
I hate some fried eggs.
Don't you fucking love this podcast, Alex? I mean, seriously.
This is great.
What the fuck's going on here? This next snap comes from Miranda.
I don't know if this is petty or just mean, but I won't date someone if they have kids. No, thanks.
Oh.
I was waiting on a few
Wait.
of those answers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Miranda. Texting her right now.
She wouldn't date you. She wouldn't date you, Gracie. Sorry. The truth is, maybe she was the bravest one to say that answer amongst all of our nation who was thinking it in their head. You know what I mean? All those guys and girls that swipe other ways because of that don't actually come out and say it. Okay, maybe she's just saying what you're thinking. This next snap comes from Andy. This is the artist known as Jonathan. Very talented individual. Let's see what Andy has to say.
Okay. I know your show is not a political one, so I'm not going to say that the pettiest reason I won't go on a second date with the girl is because they're a Trump supporter or just a normal conservative. I won't say that. What I will say is, this is one time I went out with a girl, and we were talking about food, and we got on the topic of cooking. And I was like, oh yeah, what are some of your favorite seasonings that you use? And she said, seasonings? Nah, just straight. I just use salt and pepper like that. The spicy enough.
Oh.
I knew that this was it. I was going to drop her off and never talk to her again. And I haven't talked to her. Salt and pepper. Jesus fucking white people.
I want to be a fly on the wall of that date. The crickets are kind of happening, and Andy's like, so tell me about some of your favorite seasonings. I'm like, what the fuck is happening on this?
That's a fair question, though.
It is pretty good. I mean, because especially if you're going to probably cook for each other at some point, you got to know what you to expect there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess where I'm going with that is it in the range of date number one questions? Your first date? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, let's start with salt and pepper. Okay, you're next.
Yeah, good point there.
Okay, this one comes from Mel out of Oregon. She says, "I won't date anyone that's shorter than me. Sorry, can't date no hobbits, no matter how nice they are." So now the height.
But they eat breakfast.
You know what I would like to know though
And second breakfast.
from everyone that are from everyone that saying this, how tall are these people that are saying this? Because that's kind of important. I want to know, Mel, how tall are you out there? Because let's hear it. I mean, if you're 5'2", then you're not going to.
Well, she's at least taller than a hobbit. So
taller than a hobbit. Okay.
I think hobbits are like 5'5" or something.
No,
I am
hobbits
the
are
exact
shorter
size
than
of a
that.
hobbit.
Oh my god, hobbits are way shorter than 5'5".
Really?
No, hobbits are totally like 5'5", probably.
No.
Yeah, hobbits are 5'5" for
No
sure.
way, dude. No, you guys are
Dwarves
wrong.
are shorter than hobbits.
The
'cause
tallest
Gimli was
hobbit
shorter
ever
than
was
Frodo.
5'5". The tallest ever hobbit was 5'5".
I'm Googling it right now.
All right, listen. I
The
got
Shaquille O'Neal of hobbits.
Calling my roommate. He knows everything about the Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
The
See,
Shaquille O'Neal of
it's a
hobbits.
short character. I know about them. I will tell you guys. He's an expert.
Oh, hey, there you go. Mel is 5'8".
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you want to be. Yeah, that's a fair reason not to date someone shorter than you.
Yeah.
Lance
would like to know, is Hobbit politically correct?
Oh no! Did we get canceled? Damn.
Currently, at this date, which is February the 4th of 2022, Hobbit is politically correct, and we are okay. We can come back to this if needed.
Oh goodness! Thank goodness we didn't.
Please let us know here first that the Shaquille O'Neal of Hobbits was 5'5" and could not. And with that, we will move on to Family Feud. You guys, it's time to win some camo complete energy.
I'm not too short.
Okay, guys, here's how this is going to work. First 1 to 3 wins. And what we're going to do, we're going to mail you a variety pack of Camo Complete Energy for free of charge. All you have to do is DM us your mailing address if you win this. And it goes a little bit like this. Gracie is going to keep track of the score. Whoever throws out the number one answer first for the Family Feud question is going to receive the point. You can guess multiple times. It's just whoever gets the number one answer first gets the point. So here we go. First 1 to 3 wins. Gracie's the judge. Gracie, are you ready?
Yeah, but
Gracie,
hobbits are like between 2 and 4 feet tall. I'm judging Family Feud, but I need to tell you about hobbits first.
Oh,
They're between 2 and
fair.
4 feet tall,
See,
and the average height is 3 feet 6 inches.
See,
But like you didn't win because you dabbed. Like you know what I mean? Like you can still have the right answer and then you fucking dab. Like
Did I dab?
what are you doing?
Because I dabbed. Now my answer's wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Good Lord.
Family Feud, let's go.
Okay, Family Feud. Here we go. Here we go. First 1 to 3 wins. Name something you'll only touch with gloves on.
And this is for the audience too. So yeah, Alex, you can answer if you want, but it's gonna probably give to
Alex, you can answer if you want, but maybe in your head.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Name something you'll only touch with gloves on.
Only touch with gloves on.
We already have the number one answer in the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
It is toilet.
Delaney is my guess.
Delaney.
Wow, D just swooped. D just starts watching and swoops in and scores first.
That's how she rolls. Delaney, good to see you in the chat. All
right.
Here we go. Next question.
Yeah, that's a good other answer.
Next question. Name something you pick up. Name something you pick up.
Women.
That's okay.
Oh, no.
That's
Sorry.
interesting. So it's going to be rolling in. Alex, is there a open mic this coming week? That's a little side question I'm going to throw out.
Mountain Day.
Yeah, next Wednesday, 6 days from now.
6 days from now.
Wait, 5 days from now. Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Okay.
8 p.m. Black Sheep.
5 to 6 days from now.
Yes.
And hopefully the weather will be a little bit
Number
better.
one answer is in there. It's going to be Mel on the West Coast with garbage. That's the number one answer for name something that you pick up. I would have thought it was a truck.
Mountain Day.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's terrible. There's more where that came from.
Oh,
Don't
no.
worry. Yeah, it's terrible. Alex, if you put me on the stage first, then I'll set you up nicely.
Yeah, I'd love to see Brian go up
Oh
there.
my God, Brian, you really should try stand-up comedy.
Yeah, all of you, come on.
Cool.
Absolutely
All right,
not.
I'm down.
I
Okay.
would throw up.
Is it-
I get
oh,
stage
yeah,
fright.
I
I
think
can
we
only
could-
talk to people that are shorter than me.
We can do it. We can
Consider it
try.
done. My entire stand-up is about Hobbits and Joe Rogan. Okay, next
How
question.
was it?
Next question. Yeah, that's my opening line every time I hit the stage. How tall you think a hobbit is? Oh, let's hear it.
Oh shit.
Okay, next question. Name something you'd only wear in front of your partner. Name something you'd only wear in front of your partner.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's been
Something you would only wear in front of your partner. You know,
Wow.
you know,
Very quiet.
Got a little bit flat.
Alex, how is a woman in the comedy scene?
Oh, it's terrible. It's awful.
Okay.
Like,
Jeez, I'm so sorry. Sorry I asked.
No, it's not fun, but it's fun when there's more women. So if you ever wanted to do jokes, you could do jokes with me. And you could.
I'll
Gracie
be
would be
like
good at
on the side. I'll be front row for you, Alex, and I will cheer for you. I will cheer for you every joke. I will make sure, like, you know how people have laugh tracks? That's me. That's me for you, but in person. I've got you on that. But if I get up there, it's going to be so bad.
All right, guys.
I think you'd be really good, Gracie.
We're gonna have to.
What?
How's this for Holler Nation, Gracie? Andy says Gracie isn't funny though.
Andy is just pouting. Andy is just a big ass crybaby, and he's just pouting.
Listen, more
and I
importantly,
don't care.
no, don't worry. He backed it up with Brian is trash at most things he does.
Oh my God.
JD can do it though. JD can do it though.
Yo, what's up, dog? What's up? Chilling.
Andy needs to get up there and do it.
Here's things Andy is good at. Okay, let me just go ahead and throw it out here. Wearing a double X t-shirt and sleeping on my couch for free. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like he's thriving.
Okay. So
Brian,
listen,
is the answer in there?
No. Let's just throw this question out. No one got it. The correct answer, by the way, was lingerie, which was different than underwear because underwear was on the board as well. So we're just gonna throw that question out. Nobody got it. Okay.
My answer was going to be like your partner's underwear. You know, it's the
Andy
only
said,
time you can
wow, yo mama. He also said, heads up, plenty of women are funny, hysterical, even just Gracie. She's just
I love plenty of women are funny.
Also, Lance said tube socks. Okay, tube socks. Lance Brammer, tube socks. Next question, guys. Here we go for a point. Name a good way to chill after a tense work day. Name a good way to chill after a tense work day.
Smoking weed. Smoking weed. Smoking weed. Smoking weed.
Quiet for their
Officer, I'm not. No, I was just smoking weed.
Brian, like 12 of them came in at once.
Okay, the correct answer is alcohol or have a drink. So whoever came in first on your Mel on the board. I believe
Very
that's
similar. Mel 2, the lady 1.
5'8" Mel from Oregon with Alaskan heritage. How's that for an intro for Mel every time that she answers? Everybody's like, what the
very,
fuck?
very weirdly.
Very oddly specific, Brian.
Yeah.
Specific. Okay, guys, next question.
I was oddly specific. Was that your comeback?
Huh?
Next question. Name something you'd hate to find if you came home early. Name something you'd hate to find if you came home early.
Spouse having sex. I'm not supposed to shout. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to shout answers out, but I'm sure that's going to be one.
No worries. It's not the number one.
All right. right, all right.
That was 14 all rights, Alex.
All
Alex
right.
is like, get me the fuck out of this little window as sooner
Yeah,
than later.
why am
What
I?
the
I'm
fuck?
stuck in this
Oh,
prison
please.
of internet.
I'm so stuck in this Black Mirror episode. Where
I'm
does it
putting
end?
margaritas in. I'm thriving. Talking about hating Joe Rogan.
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, go ahead, Brian. Did you find it? Did somebody get it?
The answer is not in the house yet, or not in the chat yet.
What was
Keep
it?
going.
What was the
Name
question?
something you'd hate to find if you came home early. Name something you'd hate to find if you came home early.
Yo.
House on fire is a great answer, but it's not the right answer. Also, cops at the house is a great answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just like pick the best one? And then
These are fucking hilarious. Imagine coming home to your naked neighbor or your fucking house on fire.
Really good answers. All really good answers.
Nothing would compare to coming home to kids having sex.
Jesus. Right.
Really push it. This is the same Lance. Lance is the same one that said, "Is Hobbit politically correct?" He went with kid sex later on. After that, he gave us 10 minutes and then typed the words "kid sex."
We're getting so.
Brian, your questions are they're the worst this week.
Well, here's the thing, Gracie. They're not mine. They're Steve Harvey's. He owns Family Feud. So.
Well, Steve Harvey's, you are the worst. Most
Holler Nation. Delaney, where are you out there? You started off so strong. I figured you would throw out like 5 answers. What's the problem here? Okay, so nobody got this one. We're gonna move on. The correct answer was a messy house.
That's.
I didn't expect you came home to a messy house. You literally left it messy.
I left the house messy. You know?
I stayed with the house messy.
The number 2 answer was the cheating spouse. By the way. Okay, here we go. Next question. Name a productive way to work off excess energy. What's a productive way to work off excess energy? Here you go, Lance. Here's your chance. Have at it.
Masturbate.
Well, it's getting colder outside. You know what that means. That's right. It's mum season. Head on down to Mummy Mums. Open Monday through Friday. Come chum some dumb lum at Mums. They got special deals.
Okay, we've already got the number 1 answer, and that is exercise.
Lance.
Masturbation's a bit of exercise. Sort of.
Lance. And by the way, he did follow it up with masturbate. There you go.
Hi. Yeah, we're on the internet.
Gracie, can we get a score update for the crowd?
Delaney 1, Mel 2, Lance 1.
Okay, here we go.
Mel gonna get it again.
Here we go.
All right, Mel, come on. Get this
the
so we can
Ken
be done.
Jennings of Holler.
All right, guys, here we go. Next question. Name a common subject of arguments early in a relationship. Name a common subject of arguments early in a relationship. What's a common thing you argue about in the beginning of a relationship? That's it.
Man, these are
walk away.
These questions are like pretty gnarly. Oh, Gracie just went black.
Okay, so Gracie does this once per episode, by the way.
Listen, I did it at the very beginning too, but I made it before we got on.
Weird excuse like I sneezed. It's not my fault.
No,
but she does it
my life is a wreck. Okay, everything is a wreck. I'm literally sitting in a wreck.
Everything is a wreck.
It's amazing.
Same.
I'm a whole wreck bubble.
Me too, girl.
Brian, you dick.
Brian, this question sucks.
We got it. We already got the answer. The correct answer is money.
Oh.
Mel. Oh, thank you, Mel. Jesus.
Is that 3 for Mel?
That's 3 for Mel.
3 for Mel. That's it. It's over. There you go.
From the way down.
Oh God, that sounded so crispy and weird.
Yeah, it got really crispy. Mel, congratulations. As always, we will be mailing you. Mel kills the Camo Complete Energy. She always does our challenges, and I'm constantly mailing Camo Complete Energy from West Virginia, from West by God, all the way to Oregon, and I fucking love doing it. Holler Nation, we love you guys. Alex, we love you. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for making time. You're hilarious.
Thanks.
At me on Twitter. I'll at you back, you know.
Okay.
This was a blast. Alex, everybody can follow you on TikTok. It's Alex Runyon without the E, though.
True.
And
I'm
follow
going to
her
throw
on
it back up there.
TikTok. Honestly, you know what? I don't even have a TikTok, but I'm starting one and following you on it. and you'll be my
Yes, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I don't even have one. I've not had one ever since it fucking came out. I've specifically not gotten one. But yo, I'm jumping in the app
Dude,
store.
now
right
is the time. Yes.
Jumping in the app store right now. Watch me
Love
do this
that.
live. Don't turn the show off till it's done.
Man, this is live TV, baby. Anything could happen.
It's going down.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even
Yeah,
use TikTok
TikTok.
all that
Download
much, but
TikTok
I'm gonna
now.
follow you, Alex. I'm gonna follow you.
I'm trying to go viral, guys.
Just count it as a +2. Okay, I'm. This is the point of the show where I'm gonna. There you go. There's your follow.
I'm downloading right now. Look at it.
Yeah. There's your receipt. I'm gonna smash a bunch of buttons. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Holler Nation, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will
Check
catch
out
you
Huntington
next time.
Comedy next Wednesday at Black Sheep, right?
Yes. Yes, Black Sheep, next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Be there.
Sweet. We will see you guys there.
I'm gonna dab one more time.
Oh, she says. Oh, no, she says. There's more where that came from.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Mountain Dew. I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
Barbie, let's go party.
Hot Pockets.
Guys, we're out of here. We'll catch you next round.
Bye, everybody. Bye.